Hi, everybody. We're
Hey.
live. How is everybody? God damn it, let's watch some Star Trek. But first,
Oh, wait, first we're not gonna watch Star Trek? Man,
we're
I'm
gonna
so
watch it.
disappointed, Steve.
I know what a massive Star Trek fan you are.
I know. Hey, are you saying I'm fat? So rude. You said I'm massive.
Metaphorically massive.
Oh, so I'm metaphorically fat.
Get fat in your Star Trek fandom.
Ah. Thank you, Azalea Jane. Just somebody is in my corner.
So how are you? This was, and everybody, just I want everybody to know, today was the last day of school. You are officially now on summer break.
I hear it. I hear it. And the crowd goes wild. Corey, there's really not, and yet, people act like there is. Now I will say it is inconvenient to change size because let me tell you, one of the nice things about being a grown-up is like you can wear clothes almost forever. I mean, eventually it gets to the point that like the hems or the collars or the sleeves start looking ragged.
Yes, when the
You
clothing
kind of have
starts
to
to
sort of,
rot off of you,
yes.
then it's time to
Usually
trade up.
it frays before it rots. So like at the fraying stage, it needs to move from like regular wear to probably only around the house. So, but when you like gain or lose a significant amount of weight, the clothes do not fit anymore. And you have to buy new ones.
Yes,
and you know what that means?
You have to spend money, which I know you don't like to do.
Unless it involves certain expenditures.
Ah.
Which is a great segue.
So, okay, so programming note, and we will bring this up again at the end of the show.
Yes.
But just so
Steve
everybody,
I'll forget.
Well, I'll remind you. But just so everybody knows, so we're doing the show as normal this week. There will be no Trek Reluctantly next week or the week after that. So after tonight, our next Trek Reluctantly will be on Wednesday, June 16th. Because Dana.
No, what? What? No. When's June 16th isn't a Wednesday, is it?
I'm sorry. June 20 or June 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, sorry. Why did I say 16th? Because Wednesday is the 15th. I don't know why I said the 16th. But anyway, we're not doing the show next Wednesday or the Wednesday after that. We'll be back on the 22nd because Dana is going to be out of town.
Yes.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to Disney World.
I am
really excited.
I am charmed by how utterly irrationally excited you always are. You always are to go to Disney World, despite the fact that you have been there more times than anyone I have ever personally known. You are still
perfectly rational. It's wonderful.
Is it the happiest place on earth?
No.
What's
That's Disneyland.
Oh, what's Disney World?
The Magic Kingdom is the most magical place on earth.
Okay, so Disney World can't be the most anything on earth because it's an entire world.
Exactly, it is its own world. It is amazing. It's like you go there and you go through the archway, and you're there
at Disney World.
See, Black Government, exactly.
And also I have to hand it to the people at Disney for convincing multiple generations of people that just a really big amusement park is the most wonderful place.
Excuse you.
It's the most wonderful place.
First of all, it's amazing.
It's a series of amusement parks. It's a series of interconnected amusement parks. It's not just one amusement park.
They're not amusement parks. They're theme parks. There is a distinct difference.
Sorry.
You need to hit harder than that, Steve. I'll
Should I?
accept
See,
it.
I'm hitting with my weak hand. I think that's the problem. If I hit my watch, I'll take here. I'll take my watch off and I'll slap myself on the left wrist because I've got the powers in the right hand here. So, how about that?
That's better. The face would be better, but
the face. I'm not hitting myself in the face.
Yeah, I know that's what makes the money.
That's the moneymaker, baby. I can't. I can't. Yes, Lena Morgan. Steve is choosing violence against myself. Anyway, yes. So you're going to Disneyland. You'll be gone for the next
Disney
two
World!
shows. Sorry, Disney World.
World.
Yes, sorry,
Steve.
you're right. I'm yes, it's such a. I'm sure there's such a profound difference other than their location in the countries.
Jason and I talked about this.
I know,
we explained all of this
I know. And Jason is old school, and Jason prefers Disneyland because also Jason is an old man, and he's like Disney World's too big.
See, that's and it really does come down to it. Now, first of all, I may be fat, but I'm in great shape, and I enjoy.
You walk a lot.
I enjoy the distance between things. I like that it's more spaced out. God, if you tried to take everybody who comes to Disney World and you made it a smaller place, it would be like, oh, I like being able to spread out. I like the last day, that the departure day. I almost always get up extra early and go over to the Magic Kingdom and sit outside the gate because they have benches there, and I just take a book along and I read and I watch people arrive. And I mean, it's sad because I know I'm not going into the park, but I just people watch for a few hours, or usually not that much time, maybe an hour or so, and then I take the monorail or the boat back to the resort, and that's my goodbye to Disney. So.
Oh, Black Cover 95. I'm glad. You know what? Honestly, I did not even notice that he had done that. So I am glad he did that too, because I wasn't sure if he had done that or not. So.
Who did what?
Jason added he added a note to the Ensign's log descriptions saying which Star Trek episode corresponds to the show we're doing.
Not that it would matter to me because I
don't know. Yeah, but it was. Yeah,
man. And you remember last time when we recorded the last episode, you were explaining something or other. Y'all were talking about something that I had done during the show. And I'm
Steve's mom.
Yeah, I didn't remember
forgotten.
That.
You forgot
Ruth,
that you
I'm
had.
yes, I know who Ruth is.
You had voiced Steve's mom.
I remember. But I mean, we all voice Steve's mom, Ruth, at some time. We all do the voice.
And I know you've done the voice just for me, when we're just talking.
Yeah, when we're on the phone.
When we're not
recording. Have too. But I don't remember voicing her show. Steven, call your mother. See, exactly. We all do, but I do not remember doing it for the show. In my brain, Jason does the voice of Ruth for the show.
Yeah. But now, but no longer. Now you do the voice.
You may have to remind me again.
And speaking of which, just as a tease,
it was interesting to watch Jason because I think he thought I was screwing with him.
Yeah, I think he was are you fucking with me right now? But seriously, for just a little tease, our new Ensign's Log episode doesn't come out this Friday, but the Friday after that. But people will get to hear Dana doing not only Ruth's voice, but Ruth as a young person.
Yes, I really enjoyed what I did with that voice.
That was there. Spoiling nothing else, but there is a scene where we meet Ruth as a much younger person. And Dana does the voice for that, and it's a little different, and I think it came out pretty good. So,
Caitlin, some of it is, and some of it's, I think a lot of it is what you're used to. And there are benefits to both. There is some charm in everything sort of overlapping at Disneyland, and the different sections, the different areas, kind of leaning on each other, and it also affects the layout. And then also, of course, Disneyland is where it started. So there's some nostalgia value and some history there as well. And, but it's just different. It's very similar, but different in some important ways as well. Oh, Black Cover 95. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm getting better. But so Disneyland is where Walt was. I mean, that was what he created. That was what he crafted. But Disney World was his dream. That was his vision. That was when he had the money and he had the opportunity to do it the way he wanted to. That was what he did. So it's just a difference. It's kind of like is it like Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2? Are they the ones where it's like the redone version of it?
Yeah, Evil Dead 2, it's like kind of sort of like the first act of Evil Dead 2 is kind of a redo of Evil Dead 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not even the whole like, first act, but just the beginning of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like and people talk about I think it was, when William Goldman talked about sequels being horror movies, there's also, sort of a caveat that there are some in, they say, no, this is the movie I wanted to do. I just couldn't afford to do it. And that's kind of the difference between Disneyland and Disney World. I mean, Disneyland, I mean, there's some of the flaws or some of the not having enough money, it lends it some charm. It's like, this is, you do what you can with what you have, and there is some value in that. So I would if I was like stupid rich, I would love to do a trip around the world and visit all of the Disney parks and just go from spend a few weeks in each location. Just to see, the differences between them. So, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, there are other things to see and do on the Eastern Seaboard besides Disney World. I will acknowledge that. Yeah. And I have a friend who is going to be traveling on Amtrak in one of their scenic coaches. And so like the dining car has a glass wall, and it goes out west through Utah and the plains and some of the the Butte country, and it's just supposed to be gorgeous. And so he's taking it all the way out to I think it goes from Chicago to LA. Yeah. And so yeah,
I would love to do one of those sometime, but God, it's so goddamn expensive.
I think it's reductive. And I don't really find it funny.
Speaking of Mouse Schwitz.
Yeah, puns. And I would say that
yeah.
I think there are probably some people who still use that term. I mean, there are a number of things that kind of go on among, there's always sort of the things that people say about the customers when they're not in front of the customers. That always goes on, no matter where you're at.
Yeah, and I would say, I mean, I've never worked for Disney, so I don't know what those people's experience was. I am someone who, throughout my life, has had relatively negative opinions of the Walt Disney Corporation and of much of their output. And even though I remember, and even though I enjoy it a lot more now than I did, 20, 30 years ago, I'm still largely ambivalent about a lot of it, but it's never even occurred to me to compare it to the Holocaust or the Nazis or anything like that. Like, Holocaust, I feel like that's just a little bit beyond the pale. Yeah.
Azalea Jane, we actually did a car trip out to out west. I have one of my mom's cousins lives near, what's the really colorful one? Oh, hey, look. Nope, that's a fly, not a spider. Okay, we're good. I was like, oh, hey, look, spider. He lives in Utah near Bryce Canyon. So we went to Bryce, we went to Arches, and we went to Zion. But we drove the whole way there, and that was before that. That was back in the day. That was we didn't even have this was before cars had CD players. I don't think the car even had a tape deck. We sang along to the radio the whole way. Oh my goodness gracious.
2D5 AD, I think you know the answer to that. I wouldn't take an anything
being around
cruise.
That many people. There's people on a cruise.
I wouldn't take an anything cruise, much less a Disney cruise.
You know what kind of cruise Steve would take? Steve would cruise from his bedroom to the living room to watch some wrestling.
Yeah,
that is a Steve cruise.
That's the thing. Cause see, there are cruises centered around fandoms that I am a part of. Like there's Star Trek themed cruises, there are wrestling themed cruises. Never for a moment have I ever been remotely tempted, even if price was no object. Because the other thing is they're really expensive to go on, and I just wouldn't be able to afford it or wouldn't think it was worth the money. Even if that was not a factor at all, if I could easily just throw money away and go on one, I would never in a million years would I be interested in doing that.
Never in a million years. What if
Why?
you got
What is?
paid
I
to
don't
go?
get the. I don't get the appeal. I do not get the appeal of a cruise. I do not get. I mean, like if I had the money, I would just go to the place the cruise was going to in the quickest way possible. Like if it was a cruise to the Bahamas, if I want to go to the Bahamas, I'll fly to the fucking Bahamas. Why am I taking a cruise?
Well, okay. So, I don't know about other cruises, but we went on a Disney cruise once and they did some Broadway style shows that were very fun. Those were enjoyable. And they also had like game rooms and stuff. They had a jacuzzi. I like hot tubs. I like tubs, but they had a big one. And that was really nice. I don't think they had Wi-Fi. And then included was going out to eat, so that was nice. And we were able to do it for relatively inexpensive. So it was like going to a hotel where somebody like made the bed and kept everything clean for you. That's nice, not having to like keep things clean. All the food's prepared, you don't have any dishes to do, also nice. Going out to see shows, also nice. And then yeah, there were just some activities on board ship that were pretty fun, just stuff to do during the day. And other than that, no live theater for you. Not a theater person.
Just none of what you described appeals to me.
You don't like going out to eat?
I like going out to eat, but not enough to trap myself on a boat with people for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but the people are in other places.
Aren't there people? There are people on the boat.
Yeah, but it's like you can go where the people are not. It's nice. You can go
if you're gonna, I don't know, like if you're gonna get on the boat and then go to where the people aren't, why just not be on the boat? Why not just do something else?
Because then you can just walk to the restaurant and you can walk to different restaurants. There are like 4 or 5 different restaurants, and there's like one for every night. You can just walk there.
Yeah, it just
and I can't walk to the restaurants from my house, Steve. I can't do that.
Okay.
Hey, Pedro.
And Kris Kringle, no, I do not. and again, I would be more likely to go to a fan convention than I would be to go on a cruise, but I would be very unlikely to go to a fan convention unless like I got famous and somebody paid me to go. Honestly, like if I would not go as a fan. It doesn't interest me at all. I've been to a couple of small like regional conventions about 10 years ago when I was working with an independent film company in this area, and we had some movies that were being screened and stuff, and we were tabling at the convention. And I mean, it wasn't like the worst experience of my life, but it wasn't anything I cared. Oh, it's nothing that I feel the need to repeat. You know, like it wasn't that interesting or that fun. So, you know, I went because we were there to exhibit something, you know, but I mean.
Yeah.
What if the cruise ship risks exploding if it goes under 50 miles per hour? Will Willem Dafoe be aboard? And will he be completely out of his mind?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just, I mean, because this is because I'm going to Disney World next week, and somebody asked Steve if he would consider going on a cruise.
On a cruise, yeah. Somebody 255 AD asked, I have to believe facetiously, if I would enjoy going on a Disney cruise.
Yes.
Yes. What something that I don't want to do at all, themed after something that I'm still kind of ambivalent toward. What if the cruise ship was upside down, like the Poseidon Adventure? I mean, do I get to meet Gene Hackman? Do I get to meet Shelley Winters? Like, who's going to be on board? Is it going to be the whole Poseidon Adventure deal or what? Azalea Jane. Oh, that is brilliant. You know, I'm something of a cruise ship myself. Oh my God. I
See,
love it.
it's really interesting because I enjoy being around strangers, people that I never have to see again. It's when I'm in the same place with a lot of the same people that I will have to see again that it becomes stressful for me.
Yeah. See, I would prefer to avoid both of those if possible.
You just don't like being around people very much.
I like being around people in small, carefully curated groups.
would you enjoy like a day-long cruise like down a river or something where it was just, you could maybe have your laptop, but you would be outside in the shade, but with the breeze, and
it would depend on
like a river trip.
It would, I mean, I would be more open to that than going on like a cruise at sea.
A long extended, yeah.
Because it's not that much of a time commitment, But even then, I'd be asking myself, why am I doing this instead of just staying home?
Because the weather's nice.
I can go out and enjoy the weather. I can go for a walk and enjoy the weather.
Yes, but this involves no walking, and you still get a breeze.
I find it interesting that the things that you consider advantages are things that I just don't care about. Like, it's like, this involves no walking. Yeah, but I can walk. I don't mind walking. Like, if I want to go somewhere bad enough, I'll walk. Like, it's not a problem. Somebody asked, who was it? Oh, Kara asked, what about a Star Trek cruise? Absolutely not. No. No. Adding Star Trek to it does not make. Here's the thing, because the attraction of like a Star Trek cruise or any kind of like a cruise where there's like celebrities on board, like the attraction is, oh, you get to meet the famous people. I feel really weird about meeting famous people in those circumstances and those like contrived circumstances, like, because like I said, at the fan convention or at the conventions that I was at with Neon Reel, they had, there were some people there that I have been fans of their work. You know what I mean? Like Denise Crosby was there, who was Tasha Yar, of course. Dale Midkiff was there, who was the star of Time Tracks in the 90s. Ken Faree, who was the star of Dawn of the Dead, who it was probably the one that I was the most excited to see from afar. Like, holy shit, there's Ken Faree, right? But it's just weird to me to like, pay whatever the fee is and stand in line and walk up and talk to the famous person for 15 seconds and get an autograph, or like that just doesn't interest me. That just doesn't, and I feel kind of weird about it. Like, I just don't want to do that. So if one of the hooks of come on the cruise ship and it'll basically just be that, like
yeah, Mr. Harris, it is totally a ton of walking, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
And oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go. 255 AD says, to the other people in your town, are you just a crazy recluse who only leaves his house to climb trees? I don't think so. I don't think anybody takes any particular notice or has any particular opinion of me at all. I think I just, and I leave the house,
but that's because you blend in.
Yeah.
You blend in.
I mind my own business and I do what I.
No, you have the ball cap and the beard.
I look like everybody else. But no, I mean, and honestly, but the other thing is, I mean, I honestly don't know what people in my town think of me because I've never made any effort to find out, and I don't give a shit. So they may have very strong opinions about me. I have no idea. There will be no way for me to know, and I don't care because it has nothing to do with anything else that I do in my life. But I mean, it's not like I wouldn't say I'm a recluse. I go out, I do things. I just, The other thing is, and I hate to keep bringing this up, but there's still a fucking pandemic. So I'm not exactly looking for reasons to go out where there's a bunch of people anyway. Black Cover 95, did you tell Tashiara that you made a fanfic where your penis ate her? No, this was well before that. And I probably would not bother her with that to begin with, because why would she care? And even if I did, I would phrase it differently than that.
I've heard about that, the Star Wars themed hotel, and I'm very intrigued by it, but no, I'm not paying. I cannot afford to pay those prices. And also, like it's like essentially it's a really big LARP, which is interesting. But like I can go to LARPs that aren't as big and not pay this kind of
if the LARPing is the attraction, then yeah, there's other ways to do that. Yeah.
There's other places to do that. I'm very curious how it's. I think it's definitely something new on that scale, and I'll be interested to see how it does. But you can get a similar you can get a similar Star Wars experience by going to Hollywood Studios and going to the Star Wars area and just interacting with the cast, because they will absolutely play their characters. You know, I think very much you sort of get placed like somebody who didn't want to play a character style role would not get asked to play, would ask not to be placed in the Star Wars section of Hollywood Studios, because you just like everybody is doing Star Wars stuff all the time.
Yeah. Black Cover 95, that's a good point. Steve Johnson would probably phrase it that way. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, I wrote a fanfic about my penis eating you. Fuck. What did I say?
No, why would he apologize for that? He would be proud of it.
Yeah, but I think
he would brag about that.
Oh no, that's right. You or Jason would elbow me and I'd be like, what?
I'm so sorry. Although not anymore. Just me. I wouldn't do it either. And I'm not gonna say why.
Okay, so shall we get ready and watch the episode?
Yes. It's okay, Sarah. We'll watch Star Trek and everything will be better. You're clicking buttons.
Yeah, sorry. I think we were yakking too long, and I need to reload the episode in my
reloading.
Okay. Paused at 0. All right. So yes, we will be watching season 3, episode 4, Equilibrium.
Isn't that a movie?
I think it is a movie. Yes. It's one of those generic sort of words that sounds kind of cool, so you could throw it up as a title for something and be like, "Yeah, that's what we're calling it." Fuck.
255 AD. I think. I mean, it's a gig. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a gig. Yeah, I mean,
you know that you're gonna get, you know, some of the same questions over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But you know,
and also Black Cover 95. Just to clarify, I did not meet Denise Crosby. She was at the con that I was at. I did not meet her. I saw her. And I also saw Roddy Piper, who walked right by me. And one of my friends who I worked with in the film company, he Ken Faree bummed a cigarette off of him. So see, that's a cool story. You know, Ken Faree bummed a cigarette off of him. That wasn't like a contrived convention thing. They were both out on the balcony with the smokers, and Ken Faree, again, star of Dawn of the Dead, walked up to my buddy Rob and said, "Hey brother, can I get one of those?" And he's like, "Absolutely." And then
yes!
This is the best part of the story. Rob was classy. And even though Rob was a huge fan of him and of his work and of that movie, Rob said, "You know what? You probably want some time to yourself. So I'm going to go over here." And he didn't bother him. He let him take his cigarette and smoke by himself. And he walked away. Class. Oh, you would have stuck around and pestered the celebrity.
No, but I would have. I mean, if I was really a fan of the guy's work before I left the guy alone, I would say, you know, I'm going to leave you alone, but I just want you to know I really like your work. And then I would have left him alone.
Okay.
But I've told you about meeting Will, haven't I?
Will Wheaton?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
so. It was the one time that I went to San Diego Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. He was there with he was promoting his book, and we were on the bus, the train back, and I thought it was him, and then there were these people who were sitting a little bit behind me, like, I think that's Will Wheaton. I think that's one of the guys in Star Trek. And I'm just like, and he had to hear them, and I'm sitting like across from them, and I just got so annoyed that and he was sitting by himself. I went over, I'm like, "Hey, you know, I was like, are you Will Wheaton? He's like, yeah. I said, it's really good to see you. I enjoy your show, and I like Wesley. And he's like, oh, and of course that brightened him up.
Yeah.
And I saw he had his book, so I asked him to tell me about that. But I think that can be key. If you want to talk to a celebrity, ask them what's coming up next for them or what they're excited about. Let them talk about what they want to talk about, and you get to find out something new. I think it's cool. Anyway,
I think it's better just not to bother people. Like, I mean, that's a really nice story, and I'm glad you had a nice experience chatting up Will Wheaton. But I feel like it's best practice if you see a celebrity on a bus or a train, just leave them alone.
Nah.
Just leave them alone. Let them go about their business.
I just don't. I think I think it's different. Like I might be more ambivalent now.
It's an imposition. It's an imposition.
But you don't have to be. No, he doesn't. 25580, absolutely not. Like read some of his blog or something. He has, he at the time.
Yeah. Okay.
He did. Anyway, let's
start the episode. Let's start the episode.
We can come back to this later.
We can talk about Will Wheaton and why it's okay that you bothered him on the bus later. All right. Are you ready? Is everybody ready? Has everybody got it queued up and ready to go? Equilibrium, Deep Space Nine, Season 3, Episode 4. You ready?
Yeah, waiting on you, dude.
Well, pardon me. Okay, here we go. I'll count this in. I'll do 3, 2, 1, play, and we'll all hit play on play. Here we go.
You're forgiven.
3, 2, 1, play.
That's not open with a beauty shot. Interesting.
Here you go.
I have taco pizza, by the way.
Did it not open on a beauty shot? I thought it did.
What?
Now,
are you watching the right episode?
The secret of a good souffle is consistency.
Equilibrium, yeah.
What's happening right now? Are they cooking?
He's stirring the green stuff.
Okay, then you're on the right. For some reason I thought it was a beauty shot. Whatever. You're on the right episode.
I'm fascinated by the humanoid preoccupation with eating. May I?
By all means.
Kudos to Renee Aubergenois as Odo there for finding the weirdest, most awkward way to stir something possible. I love it.
All in the wrist.
Where did you learn all this?
In my father's restaurant in New Orleans.
What are we having? It smells delicious.
Black and red.
Oh, can you hear that? Can people so they can hear it?
Beets.
Hang on. I thought I had that fixed.
Like beets, Doctor?
Well, they're not exactly a personal favorite of mine. No.
That's because you haven't had them prepared properly. Beets are a very misunderstood vegetable.
Did that fix it?
Azalea, I like that one.
Woohoo! You play the Casio? Oh, me too.
Beep, beep, beep. Chris Kringle, he likes pretending to be a humanoid. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh. Nah. Mm. Did you ever have like music class where you learned to play a musical instrument, Steve?
Yeah, in middle school we learned instruments in music class, and then in my freshman year of high school, or no, my senior year of high school, I took guitar.
What instruments in middle school?
1 year it was a recorder, 1 year it was keyboard. I think we did instruments all 3 years. I know or 6th grade it was recorder, maybe 8th grade was maybe it was recorder, keyboard, and guitar. Maybe I took guitar in middle school. I can't remember, but I know we took instruments all 3 years in middle school.
We started with the recorder too.
Yeah.
It's like the teacher's best revenge on parents, sending that sucker home. Hmm.
Good pizza?
Quite good.
Kara, did I torture my family with the recorder? I guess I did.
Pop the top off and then just.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember any like objections. Like I don't remember my dad going, "Stop it! Shut the fuck up!" But you know. No offense, Dax, but I'm sick of this shit.
Why are you losing? Note to self: just wait until he's about to play. He's about to move a piece, and then
start humming.
Uh-huh. See, she's only humming like, oh, okay.
$255.80. That's depressing, but makes sense. King me.
So why are you complaining?
Oh, good night, Sarah. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Sarah.
You are excused.
Woo! At least she didn't flip the table.
Yeah. Well, I'm not picking those up. Lena, that's good. Dax is humming the theme song to Becker. Boy, the puns are coming hot and heavy in the chat tonight. I like that. Let's call it a night.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
That's quality work there, Chis Kringle.
not happy. Why did you do that? Like seriously. Ugh. Because the plot required.
So who do you
Sarah,
think would
don't
win
forget to put some flowers in your hair.
Yes, if you're going to San Francisco.
Yes, so I've heard.
Yeah.
So yes.
So who do you think wins in a just an all out bare knuckle fist fight between Dax and Kira? Because Dax has size and lifetimes of experience. Yes, but Kira is literally a killer who has killed people before. Probably with her bare hands.
But Kira doesn't want to kill Dax, so I would say Dax.
Yeah, because Dax is the one in the bad mood. Oh God, it's eyes wide shut.
Just
the password, please.
Ooh, he's a magician. Oh, he's doing a mask
password.
Act.
Wait, the password is please?
No. The password is Fidelio, but he's saying the password, please. Like, say, please tell me the password. Come on, Dax, you're late for the eyes wide shut party.
Black over 95. What makes you think that Dax wouldn't?
Yeah, Dax wouldn't fight dirty.
I mean, we're not talking about, I mean, I did not get the impression that Steve was talking about, boxing or some other sport. Just in like a fist fight.
A fight. Yeah, not a sporting event, like a fight.
Yeah, the rule is you hit them until they say please stop.
Exactly. In a real fight.
Or until they can't say please stop.
In a real fight, there's no such thing as cheating.
Yeah.
You do what you have to do to win the fight.
Cheating is what you accuse the other person of doing once you've lost.
Right. Cheating is an excuse.
Exactly.
There's no such thing as cheating.
We disagree a lot, Steve, but we agree on that one.
Well, I mean, if it's a real fight, like, what do you hope? You're afraid the ref is going to disqualify you? Fuck him up.
End it. Kemp, have I? Which one was Blood Oath?
Oh, the Klingon one. Yeah, we watched that one with the 3 Klingons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm up on my Dax trivia.
I'm sorry. Oh, I thought Azalea was talking about us interrupting the show. I need to just shut you guys up by muting you?
We do that. Sorry.
You could just watch it on your own at any other time.
At any time. That is a great point, Dana.
You could just turn this off and watch the show.
You could watch it at any time.
The symbiont gets, Chris Kringle, the symbiont gets really bored.
Not a whole lot to do, you know?
Somebody goes, hey, 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 hey.
Wake up. Hey, you up? Got a text at midnight from the symbiont saying, hey, you up? It's good advice, Doctor, because I was totally going to let something happen to her until you said that.
I was going to make it happen to her.
I was going to make it happen.
Bashir's terrified of doctors? Wait, what?
It's just a Wikipedia article.
Rude. Yeesh. Obviously. Thank you for your honesty, Azalea Jane. Dude, this is not normal. This is not most people. Are we in season 3 already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I don't remember things. As a whole, no, but oh, here's the creeping.
Really? I can have the top bunk? Oh my God. But first, let's get you out of those pajamas.
Oh. Bashir's has stripes, though.
Yes. Oh God, she's dead. She passed away.
Purple.
You're a few seconds ahead somehow. She was a loser, then she was a winner. Brian, no, that's okay.
But you have to pay a whole lot of money for it.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Details. Yeah, somehow I didn't get the beauty shot, so maybe that's why
you missed the beauty
ahead.
shot.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Close enough.
Yeah, that's helpful.
They couldn't get like a hotel on the planet. She has to sleep on the military bunk in the ship.
Dun dun dun.
The password, please.
Yeah, that's right. You're a quick change artist. Azalea, what does a Trill need with a starship? Her off the top of her head knowledge about the uniforms that they wore 100 years ago is impressive.
Well, she remembers it.
Well, I guess so. She has memories from when she was there in a past life, I guess.
Not real keen on how dismissive the doctor is. Listen to your patients, otherwise you suck.
Yeah. Can't you just Shazam the music? I'll go ask Star-Lord. The famous milk pools of Trill.
I hope my milk never looks like that.
Feces. And technically, we're not supposed to be here.
Epsom salts.
Ooh, I felt it kick. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Cedric. Why didn't DS9 or Voyager get a movie? I don't know. Because they were making TNG movies at the time.
Hi, David.
Hey, David.
Yes, we said that.
You know, if this was an episode of House, I would say she's seizing.
Where's her hair going? I mean, it's a very nice wig, but it's weird.
It's space hair. Lena Dax has sarcoidosis. Yes. We know it's probably not lupus. It's never lupus.
Why is it never lupus?
Because it just never is.
Oh.
It's a running joke on House. It's never lupus. I think at one time it was lupus, but they lampshaded it. JG, yeah, there were. I think the diagnosis was like House comes into the hospital room and he's like, "Finally, I have a case of lupus." I'm very busy. I have to point a Star Trek thing at a pool.
Yeah, look for that information. Dun, dun, dun. He got ratioed. Yeah, David, that was very noticeable. Yeah, they might have missed something that we can use because the plot requires it.
Cedric Taylor, thanks for the super chat. I don't think there was ever a lawsuit. No. And honestly, unless there's like specific evidence pointing to Paramount ripping off the pitch for Babylon 5, there's really not a case. I mean, the shows aren't that similar. Gerard Ballard. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. A long time. Yeah, Kara, I mean, obviously there are similarities, but like, I mean, there's lots of similarities between lots of shows. It doesn't mean that one was necessarily ripped off from the other.
I don't think I forget things that quickly. I did just say that, right? I mean, I know I'm old, but I didn't think I was crazy. Yikes. Ooh, they're pushing in.
That's how you know it's getting serious. Or that they're going to hold this shot for a while. Now you're digging me.
Nah, nah, nah.
Zelia, the thought plickens, indeed.
My thoughts are flicking in.
And then we'll bury Jadzia 15 minutes after that.
Shoot.
Uh-oh.
Hope things go well, Brian.
And yeah, keep an eye on those isoboramine levels.
Okay, lost interest. I thought it was because he killed the doctor. And they were trying to cover that up. Like once he became a host, like that made him turn evil. And I'm just like, you pick him anyway. Yeah, because the alternative is she's gonna die. Lena, I'm with you.
Yeah, you're right, Lena. But I mean, that you know, I don't really care. I mean, there's a lot about Star Trek that doesn't make any sense if you think about it. That's not really that's not really what I'm here for. Like if I wanted a show that made sense, I'd watch another show.
What exactly are we here for then?
Because I care about the characters. Not without my symbiont. So she's decided to become a bride of Dracula.
Yeah, seriously. Really?
Caitlin, I'm not sure. I don't think we're skipping that one. I'll double check my list. No, we're not skipping that one. We're watching that one. It's got some quality Avery Brooks ham in it. I can't skip that one. Give me a hug, you murderer, you. You violent, murdering sociopath. Give me a hug.
I
Karosh, that's a good point. You have to take the bad with the good.
Good night, Benjamin. Sleep well.
Almost likely kill you in the morning. You know, you should really return that keyboard to Jake, Jadzia. I mean, it's not yours.
Rude.
The end.
Da-da-dum.
So here's what I'm curious about.
Yes.
What specifically was it that instantly killed your interest in this episode? Because it seemed like it just whatever. Yeah.
That the whole secret that they were so scared about was that people would find out that they were picking the most suitable or the candidates that they thought would be most suitable for joining, not if you're unsuitable, you'll die. Like
right.
they were worried, and I'm just like, everybody knows that you're picking people. Everybody knows.
Like that's
been established.
Known.
You're picking people. Whoop-de friggin' do. Like, it's not that much of a change. They were making it out to be this huge change that people would like, if we found out that people could, but people would go out and like buy symbionts. The symbionts would be taken as prizes. But the thing is, part of the reason that being a host is so prized is because you are chosen. Like that process is like, if you can just go buy one, who the fuck cares? You weren't chosen. You didn't earn it. You weren't awarded it. You just bought it. Fuck you. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah, if you watched that. I'm so sorry. Andrew, keep the kid away.
What I found interesting about it, and it feels like something that it's there to explain the plot. I feel like the idea behind when somebody came up with the idea for this episode, the idea was Dax discovers that she has a
murderer in her,
a secret host that has been kept from her for some reason. And the reason, it's like, okay, well, why can't she remember? Well, maybe they wiped her memories. Well, why would they do that? Maybe the guy was a murderer. Okay. And, and they kind of like, and the reason that they landed on as to why the Trill Commission would want to cover it up is because it proves that more people can be joined than they've been saying. And that would be a threat to, their system. So
see, like I said, my idea was better. What if becoming, like, if somebody was fine until they became a host, and then that made them a murderer?
Yeah, and what if that was like a more widespread phenomenon
that they
had let on? Oops. What if like they know that a certain percentage of people who are joined? Oh, did you braid your necklace in here?
No, my headphones.
That's it. Yeah, sorry, your headphones. Yeah, but like what if they found out that a certain percentage of people who are joined
become murderers,
become violent as a result of the joining? Like that is a side effect.
Exactly.
Regularly occurs. Yeah, that would have been more interesting.
Yeah, I know, and that's where I thought they were going, and I'm like, oh, they went with this. Not nearly as cool. Bummer. I mean, it's not nearly as cool. It's not cool. Period. I'm just like, yeah, that's all right. It's just not that big a change. They are choosing people. Everybody knows they're picking, and that they go if we pick the wrong people, you'll die. But everybody wants to be picked anyway. Everybody wants to be picked. That's what it comes down to. Everybody wants to be picked.
But there aren't enough symbionts to go around, so the commission creates this fiction that, only so many of you are going to be suitable.
And which
so that way it seems fair. Or it seems more fair than it would be otherwise. Because I mean, there are still people who I, you know,
I
who
thought there was, who try to rig the system.
Well, no, I think the impression I've always gotten is even within the sort of fiction that they've created that only a small percentage of the population is suitable. Like even within that, there are still people who are deemed quote unquote suitable who still don't get one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there are so few to get to go around. But it's more acceptable to the population at large if you say, well, most people wouldn't be suitable for one anyway. You know what I mean? Like then it doesn't seem quite as much like the commission is just picking and choosing, and you know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead.
Black Cover 95, sort of like I can see the value of that much learning, but the problem is if because the symbiont being joined to somebody who bought them, that creates all kinds of potential for really interesting stories.
That's true. That would be very.
It be like you bought me. I am now. I would be mad at the families and the people. I would now know who made it possible for me to be purchased. They would die.
That's true because
So the whole purchasing symbionts thing, that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna last real long.
Yeah, that's a good point because the symbionts are sentient
not gonna be happy
individuals as well. It's not. Yeah.
Yes, and they, and it becomes a true joining. They become a new person. The two become one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I would, and I wouldn't be a murderer because that's like a legal definition, which means somebody would have to find out. No one would ever know.
I also, just as the Star Trek nerd in me, noticed something about this episode as well, which is Captain Sisko, or Commander Sisko at this point. He hasn't been promoted yet, but he's still technically a commander. But Commander Sisko says, I won't reveal the dirty secret about your society that we discovered if you help my friend. Which I think is a very Sisko thing to do, because he is a character who we as we go through the series, we learn that he in certain situations he is comfortable with that kind of a moral compromise. Captain Kirk would totally have revealed it and would have left the planet in chaos and never come back. That would have been the classic Star Trek. The classic Star Trek solution would be Captain Kirk finds out that the Trills Commission has been lying and this is all a sham. Captain Kirk would tell everybody and radically destabilize their society and then be like, well, now you can rebuild a better one. Bye, and leave. And that would be the end of the episode.
Maybe if it was a different society, but what if it was like the Vulcans? And Spock's like his bestie.
Yeah.
I mean, because Jadzia's right there. Are you going to screw over her society when she's a regular cast member?
I don't know. I think well, in that case, maybe Spock could talk him out of it, but I think he would have to be talked out of it because the thing is, because if you watch classic Star Trek, like he does that a lot. And yes, I mean, and you're right. Your point is good. I mean, he never does it to a quote unquote important planet, like to a planet that they would have to visit regularly.
Yeah, or there's some kind of contact with the cast.
He does it to planets that you assume they'll never have to come back to, but still, he does it a lot.
Me on the cruise with people I'll never have to see again.
Exactly. He's like, I'm never coming back here.
Corey, maybe, but I would argue that Dax has a lot of faith in that crew and in Jadzia, and in things working out and getting back to where he wanted to be. So I don't know. If Jadzia had actually died, we don't know what would have happened.
Yeah. I do. Well, I kind of take Sisko. I take Sisko at his word there, that if Jadzia had died because they refused to help, like if they had agreed to try and help Jadzia and she still died as a result of complications, I think Sisko would have honored his word and not said anything. If she had died because they said, nope, we're not helping, then he would have totally told everybody. Yeah, absolutely.
And 255 AD, no, I wouldn't do that because that's horrible. Like,
And yeah, it doesn't. They wouldn't need to have like money in the same sense that we do. I mean, they could. It could be trade. It could be. Like you
there
can
are
have
all kinds of commodities.
Yeah, you can have a market without having legal tender.
Yes.
Currency. And also, I mean, and we know, like, even if the Federation doesn't have its own money, like the Federation does use money, just not its own money. I mean, they interact with other species that use money frequently. They just don't use it within the Federation. So, I mean, Anyway,
Franks,
so
the yens in 10s and 20s. Cash.
Before we wrap up,
Yes.
Would you like to play some Wordle?
Oh, let's! Last week, it was the day after Tuesday, which was terrible, and I did not want to play Wordle.
You were not up for any Wordle at all last week. So,
not so much Snake Bit Cat. Mostly, I got the vibes that that he was just terrified of somebody, being mean to him, and also that he had his job that he was doing and they were in the way.
Yeah, well, and also kind of like socially isolated, like he's in the
like
cave,
a lack of skills,
yes.
Not more from the lack of potential to develop those skills. I mean,
right.
I can see how it could be read that way, but not necessary. I don't think it was necessarily written that way, which is more of a lack of skill than autism. Okay, let's go for it.
Okay, so here's today's Wordle. For those of you who have never seen us do this before, Dana will be taking the lead on this and making most of the guesses, and Dana cannot see the Wordle. She is only going by what I describe. So you can see it, everybody watching can see it, but Dana does not actually see it. So,
my word.
Your word.
Stare.
Stare. Your starter word is stare, and that gives us an A, an R, and an E, but none of them in the right place.
A-R-E.
So,
and no
A-R-E,
S and no T.
No S, no T, A-R-E, but in the wrong place.
Caitlin Reed's can't be right, rat. Yeah, because the A and the S.
The S, yeah. Yeah.
Arena would be possible. Ready is not possible because of the A being in the wrong place.
The A is in the wrong place, yeah.
I'm gonna let's try cared for the second one.
Cared. Okay. C-A-R-E-D. Cared. C in the right place. So it starts with a C. A, R, and E are still all in the wrong place, though.
Oh, boy.
And no D.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Okay, so C-R... It can't be craze.
I think, yeah.
Because the E's in the wrong place.
Right.
It could be cream, right?
It could be, yeah. I believe it could be.
Let's go for that. Cream.
Cream, C-R-E-A-M. Okay. Cream. Oh, no, that's not it. But C-R-E-A are all correct. So it's C-R-E-A something.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F. Creek.
Creek.
Hang on.
No? Okay.
Yeah, Creek.
Creek.
I was like, I was going through the rest, see if there was something else I like better, but I'm pretty.
All right, we're gonna try Creek.
Everybody else in the chat agree something. No,
C-R-E-A-K
is C-R-E-E-P.
Yeah. Is it Creek? It is Creek.
Yay!
That's it. Fourth guess.
We make such a great team.
We sure do. So there we go. It is indeed Creek. And again, we have a perfect record. Playing Wordle on the show, we have a perfect record. And I think the Titanic is unsinkable.
Don't jinx us.
Yeah, sorry. There's wood behind the acoustical blanket there.
Steve.
Yes, Dana.
I believe you.
Well, you should. I was telling the truth. Why would I lie about something like that? Yeah, Caitlin, it might have been Creeb. That would have been my second guess.
Yes.
Creeb.
It's like a crab. Creeb. When you have a stuffy nose. I'll have some cream cakes. Please.
Can you pass me some of the crab?
That's what I put in my coffee.
Cream.
What I do.
Oh, crab. That works better than crab.
you don't use that.
I don't drink
like
cream
drinking
in
your
my
sludge.
coffee. I don't like cream in my coffee. Well, anyway, would you like to draw the festivities to a close and say goodbye to everyone? And let's remind everyone now that we're at the end of the show of the same thing we reminded them of at the beginning, which is there will not be
next time ain't gonna be for a while.
Yeah. There will not be a Trek Reluctantly next week or the week after because Dana is going to Disney World. So we will be back to watch the next episode of Hilda on June 22nd.
So you can remember it this way. We're going away for 2 weeks and coming back on the 2/2.
Hey, there you go. Perfect. And on that date, we will be watching the Deer Fox episode of Hilda. So that's what we're coming back to. So no show next week or the week after, and then we're coming back. Oh, what was that?
I had my feet. I was playing with a little ball, and all of a sudden it went whoop. And I zooped.
I'm glad you're okay.
I am okay.
Okay. So, everybody, don't forget the charity links, charitylinks.page, to help out some friends of ours who need a helping hand.
Yes.
That is maintained by our buddy Some Random Geek, and it has PayPal links and crowdfunding sites and stuff like that for people and groups that need a helping hand. Also, don't forget to support Dana in her work by going to patreon.com/Dana Caldares. And by watching Dana's YouTube channels and leaving her lots of comments at youtube.com/Dana Caldares. And I happen to know she just recorded a whole bunch of new videos today that will be...
You weren't supposed to tell everybody that it was all today. I was so sneaky.
Nobody will be able to tell.
They'll know now, Steve.
But anyway,
they won't have to be able to tell.
They don't. Okay, but they can't trust anything I say because I'm a liar.
No, you're not. You just knocked on wood and it sounded like it wasn't wood, but you told the truth.
I was trying to fix it for you there. I was trying to take a bullet for you there and sacrifice my own integrity to protect the verisimilitude of your videos.
Steve?
Yes, Dana.
The face.
Oh, I thought you were going to say thank you for attempting to, but no, that's not what you were going to. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, those videos will be along at some time. I need to edit them first, but that might take a few days, but they're coming. And they're good. All shot on different days, completely different days.
Steve, you are a terrible liar. You're a terrible liar. It is so good. It is so convenient that your character on the Ensign's log is so much like you.
If I had just a little bit of support, I feel like,
get all the support you need from your damn chair.
If you would back me up just every once in a while,
I do when you deserve it.
I thought you were gonna say I do every once in a while.
Once in a great while.
Every once in a great while. So yeah, so that's check out Dana's YouTube channel, check out Dana's Patreon, both linked in the description. Patreon.com/Steve Shives to help me out, or click the join button.
Thanks, Milcata. That's a good deal.
As long as Dax survives, we won't tell anyone about Dana's upcoming videos. That's great. I love it. All right then. Well, I will of course I will be speaking to you a lot in real life between now and then, but since this is the last time we will see each other on the show, have a nice time at Disney World. Have fun.
I plan to.
I know. And we'll see you when you get back.
I will hopefully be able to take some video and share some of that with you guys for my next Saturday 6, which is
that would be cool.
Quite a few weeks. I don't know. I ain't figured it out, but sometime. Anyway, yes, don't forget charity links.
Charity
help
links.
People out, all good stuff.
Charitylinks.page.
Joining and dinging the bell and clicking the buttons, all that good stuff.
All that stuff. All the main things. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And
Thank
have
you
a good, wonderful rest of your day.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.